Hi, this is Tisch Aitken, and it is Thursday, June 27th, 2024. If you could please like and subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it if you like what you see. If you don't, then don't. So with that said, this is a really big week for all of us and a big time because Saturn reached as far as it's going to reach in Pisces this year. It retrogrades on June 29th at 19 degrees and 26 minutes of the mutable water sign of Pisces. It's kind of a joke because Saturn is all about discipline and boundaries and structures and goals and limitations. And Pisces is the imagination. It's the infinite creativity and the ocean, and it's boundless and uncontainable. And we have Saturn, which is rigid, trying to contain something which is completely amorphous. And that's interesting. But with this said too, we feel the energy of an outer planet 5 days before and 5 days after, whether it stations retrograde or direct. And although Saturn and Pisces may feel like a dichotomy, it's still emphasizing the energy of Saturn, of that planet, discipline, hard work, structure, critical decisions, turning points essentially. Maybe limitations you're having to confront, reassessing how you're addressing your goals in a time that can feel difficult to achieve them. Then we have Neptune, which stations retrograde on July 2nd at 29 degrees and 56 minutes of Pisces. Neptune rules Pisces, so that's not an unfamiliar energy. But this is highlighting the fact that we have both Saturn and Neptune co-present in Pisces, which hasn't happened since 1848. That is a big deal. Again, Saturn is how you're getting things done, your goals, your drive and ambition, and your ability to work within restrictions and to establish boundaries and respect boundaries. In Pisces can be very difficult to do, and it can make you feel like it's difficult to structure these dreams, this infinite imagination that is accessible if we let ourselves go with the flow, which again will not be easy right now. We're learning how to do that. That is part of this Saturn in Pisces story this round. And it's a big one because we have Pluto newly in the sign of Aquarius, which is completely transforming the world, society, all of us, and in many ways alienating us from reality. I saw a story yesterday. I read a story. Somebody was on the train, the airport authority. They were waiting for the train, and a guy was, I guess he was teetering. He must have been on something. This is the Pisces story, by the way. A lot of people finding it hard dealing with mental illness or addiction or depression, alienation. This guy was teetering. It looked like he was on something. He had an e-bike, I guess he was carrying, and he fell and he hit the third rail. And instead of everybody took out their phones. That's what's happened. They just took out their phones and filmed this guy dying. And I read another story in LA that a pub went in flames, and for a while this woman was filming it rather than calling 911. In that case, I guess things were okay. But again, how do you know if people aren't in there? Why aren't we thinking critically? Well, social media and the internet can compromise critical thinking. It can also distance us from humanity. I may not be able to speak, but I'm speaking my truth. And this is a big deal. So as much as we're reassessing our goals, I think we really need to reassess our connection. And the thing is that Neptune retrogrades on July 2nd. We will feel that 5 days before and 5 days after. And I've discussed this many times, and I will many more. Neptune is retrograding basically 3 degrees away. 3 minutes, not 3 degrees, 3 minutes from the final degree of the zodiac and of Pisces, on the brink of entering Aries, which is very different energy. But in Pisces, on the higher level, this is the dream. This is imagination. This is coming up with new fairy tales for people to believe, not in a not like Dr. Pangloss, you know, where you're thinking this is the best of all possible world. I don't think any of us thinks that. Okay, I think this is more of the idea of the fact that we can find people that create magic, that entertain children and of all ages and people to believe in magic again, and dreams and music and art and writing and love and compassion, and that we're not all so disconnected that we don't realize that these are human beings in front of us, beside us, and within us. And so that's a big story here for me. And this is where you may lose touch with reality. I certainly feel like I am. Neptune at the final degree, but maybe it's about the fact that we need to disconnect. I heard somebody about 20 minutes ago, I was out briefly because it's really hot, and somebody said, good luck and have a good time on your vacation. I hope you disconnect from your phone. Very good advice. Disconnect from your phone. If you're by the ocean, how phenomenal and lucky are you that you can be, you know, really cleanse the negative energy, converge with beauty and nature, take nature walks, do things that calm your soul, listen to music, be with people you love. But Venus and Cancer, it's Cancer season. You know, the idea too is also nurturing yourself, taking care of yourself. Mercury squares Chiron, the wounded healer, tomorrow on the 28th. I have to remind myself the date. And that is reinforcing the wounds. It's right by the world axis, but also reinforcing the idea that we do need to heal. Neptune in Pisces is emphasizing the wounds and the pain, but you cannot heal unless you feel emotions. Just like you cannot manifest unless you really believe and feel what it's like to have that. If you don't feel that you are worthy of something or that it is real in any way, yes, you can sometimes, we all can vacillate in having imposter syndrome, but if we really don't feel we're worthy of something, ultimately we probably won't be able to have it, or we, you know, will sabotage ourselves. And this energy can be or feel very sabotaging. Be kind to yourself. And the other thing, again, and I've said this before, and this is really the Neptune station. It's going to be occurring right by a holiday weekend, at least in the United States. July 4th is a big holiday weekend. We have July 2nd, Neptune stationing at Shiat, which is the fixed star associated with self-undoing and addiction and suicide, among other things. And it's a reality that as a world, that is another war that we're facing, the war on mental health. And there will be people that will want to check out, will feel again very lost or scared or stressed. Check in with those people. If you're feeling it, please check in with other people. You know, this is where love and compassion, you know, it's not going to happen overnight. Time does not heal all wounds, but maybe it helps us to process and learn how we can heal more together and empower us. And I wish you all a lot of luck. Take care.